What's up, UFC fans? We are back. There's no organized violence in the octagon this weekend, unfortunately. So sad. We do have a cool ESPN article. We're going to run through 15 unbreakable UFC records that could fall in 2024 and beyond. Let's hop right into it. Number one being most career takedowns, George St. Pierre with 90. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to sound like a hater. I've often said Usman is better than George St. Pierre. This shows how weak the competition used to be. 90 takedowns for a guy that it was not even an amateur wrestler is absolutely insane. You got guys now that are, you got Bo Nickel, a not even a collegiate wrestler, a gold medalist wrestler. Uh, Correct me if I'm wrong. You got guys like Henry Cejudo. Now, down further in the article, it shows who can break this record. Merab Dvalishvili. He has 79 takedowns in his career thus far, and still a lot of time to go. He is fighting Sean O'Malley this month. Well, almost this month. It's almost September. That's going to be interesting. Who do y'all think wins that? Let me know down in the comments. Are we Team Sugar Show or are we Team Merab? Next, we have most UFC wins. Jim effing Miller, baby. 26. This just shows guys back then did not care about that. Oh, by the way, it shows like the percentage this record falls. That last one was 99%. Jim Miller, most UFC wins with 26. Like I said, 18 losses, but it shows guys back then were not scared to lose that zero. Dudes now are terrified to lose that zero. Now, who are guys closest to breaking this? You got Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira tied at 22 apiece. I could see Max Holloway doing it. I feel like Max Holloway kind of retires early, though. The way Max talks, he loves his body. He loves his health. He says he knows when he'll be ready to step away. There's not much left for Max to do in the game. Charles Oliveira, I feel like, could get up there hunting for that title again. Percentage, this record falls 99%. Next, we have the fastest submission. Ronda Rousey in 19 seconds. And if you don't remember that submission, I highly, highly suggest you go watch the video of it because it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, who could break it? They have Tom Aspinall on here. They glaze Tom Aspinall on this article. I promise you they do. To not put someone like Charles Oliveira over Tom Aspinall on this is ridiculous. At least the submission guy. At least the jiu-jitsu practitioner. Someone. Tom Aspinall, we couldn't think of someone better to put on this article than Tom? Anyways, do I see it happening? I absolutely think someone can get submitted in under 19 seconds. We'll see, but it's not going to be from Tom Aspinall. Percentage chance this record falls 95%. Most UFC fights, Jim effing Miller yet again with 44. What an absolute dog. Look, I don't know if this ever gets broken. They have a percentage chance this falls at 90%. But you have to think athletes are just different now. They're not fighting as much. They're scared to lose the zero, so they're fighting less every year. They are making more money. That's going to cause them to want to fight less. It's one of those things like guys just don't have that dog like they used to. 44 fights is insane. Jim Miller, an absolute dog. Fought at UFC 100, 200, 300. It's going to be hard to replicate that. Who can break it? Raul Rojas Jr. He's 19. He's already had 4 fights in the UFC. One on one hand, throwing his name in the hat is odd because he has 40 more fights to go. But he's got a head start over anyone other. He's got a head start on every other 19-year-old on the planet. Sorry, guys, I'm dyslexic. Sometimes words just be wording. They be wording different. I don't see Raul, like I said, he's going to make so much money, he's not going to want to fight 44 times. Most decision wins, Neil Magny with 14. I don't even have to tell y'all who is on the who can break this because it is Bilal Muhammad. He's already at 12. This record's probably falling next year. We're not going to hop too far into that. Most flyweight KOs, TKOs, Joseph Benavidez with 5, which is actually crazy to me that it's not Mighty Mouse or like Figgy or Moreno or Pantoja. It's Joseph Benavidez with a little 5-piece. Who's the closest that can take that from him? Kai Kara France with 3. Kai Kara France coming off a win to Steve Airseg, a knockout win, and I mean beautiful, beautiful knockout win over Steve Airseg, humbling him, fraud checking him. He probably shouldn't have been up there for that title in the first place, but it is what it is. Next, most welterweight finishes, Matt Brown with 15. Who's the closest? Shavkat Rakhmonov with 6. Now, do I see this falling? Absolutely not. Shavkat fights twice a year. Twice a year. My bad. Once every 2 years. Got my numbers mixed up. We are not going to see Shavkat break that record. We have to hope someone comes through and just starts starching people. Because here's the thing with Shavkat. He might go in there and beat Bilal. But then Islam's coming up and taking the title. And that's me saying I think Shavkat is the only one that can beat Islam Makhachev in the UFC. So we'll see. We'll see who that goes. We'll see how that goes. Longest win streak, Anderson Silva with 16. Who can break this record? Islam Makhachev with 14. That one's going to be interesting because I think Islam is about to run through Arman Saryukin. I have no doubt in that. That's absolutely happening. So that would be 15. Then it's like, what's he going to do after that? Is he going to fight Justin Gaethje to make it 16? Or is he going to go up and chance it and fight Shavkat Rakhmonov for the belt? Because that's how I think his career's laying out. He's going to beat Arman Saryukin. Bilal's going to lose the belt. I don't think he wants to fight Bilal. I think, and not because Bilal's good. They've trained together. I then think he'll go up and he will fight Shavkat Rakhmonov for the welterweight belt. Welterweight, right? Yep, for the welterweight belt. Then after that, I don't know. I think he'll probably fight. I mean, I don't know. It's in JDM maybe. It's interesting where it'll go from there. He would actually have to go back down and probably defend against Justin. There's a lot of variables going for Islam breaking that. There's a 50% chance it gets broken. Next, most women's flyweight title wins. Valentina Shevchenko with 8. Who can beat this? Erin Blanchfield. She is 2 fights in the UFC, I believe. She's under 25. Got a lot of time to go. 8's not that much. I can see it absolutely happening if she locks in. Longest card in UFC history. And I'm going to pull this card up and we're going to talk about it because it's absolutely crazy. It has 11 decisions on it. I think there were 3 finishes. 3 hours, 19 minutes, 32. My bad. 3 hours, 19 minutes, 32 seconds. This was the Marvin Vettori Izzy fight. This was the Bilal was on this card. This was Leon and Nate Diaz. I mean, there was not a finish on the main prelims. It was all decisions. It was insane. Next, we have most UFC performance bonuses won. Charles Oliveira with 19. Oh, my bad. Who could break this record? No one knows. Percentage of it falling, 33%. Charles Oliveira with 19. Who could break this? Tom Aspinall with 7. That's still such a far way away. That's like what? Minimum? I guess not minimum, because you could get like what? How many performance bonus? We'll say you could get up to 2 performance bonuses a night, so that'd be 6. That's 6 fights. God, that's just a lot in today's UFC. Percentage chance this falls, 20. We'll see. The fact it's Tom Aspinall with 7, I figured it would be someone like Justin Gaethje. It says Aspinall is only 31. Like, I mean, come on. Most career takedowns landed, women's strawweight. Carla Esparza, who could beat this? Suarez, she's at 25. That's probably going to fall. 20% chance that record falls, and we'll see. Oh, I guess she's 33. Oh no, she's got to catch the Cookie Monster. But the 33-year-old has been in. Okay, yeah. Most title wins, John Jones. Now, who's close to this? Amanda Nunes with 11. She's not coming back. I don't see this falling anytime soon. The closest to him that probably aren't coming back, George St. Pierre with 13, Demetrius Johnson with 12. We won't see those guys in the octagon. I guess they're saying Amanda Nunes is the closest because it's still plausible she could come back and fight in the UFC, but I just don't see it happening. If I was going to put an active fighter on it, I mean, it would have been Izzy. How many does John? Oh, I mean the record is John Jones, and it's about to go up even further. So, um, Islam. Islam's not going to fight long enough though for it to, you know. Fastest knockout, George Jorge Masvidal, 5 seconds. We all remember that flying knee. It was absolutely pitch perfect, baby. I loved that. That's one of my favorite knockouts ever. Who can break this record? Now, out of any record, you should throw Tom Aspinall on. It probably should have been this one, but who can break this? It doesn't have a name. Percentage this falls 5%. I mean, 5 seconds. I mean, that's going to be hard. That's two guys running to the center of the octagon. Most combined takedowns attempt in one match. Peter Yan and Marab, 54. And I'm not going to lie, I think Marab had 48 of them. Wait, hold on. It's against Peter Yan, a former bantamweight champion of the machine, showed his elite cardio and persistence wrestling as he attempted 49. Marab attempted 49 takedowns? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm tripping. No, Yan. Is it saying Yan attempted 49 or Marab? I don't know. Someone attempted 49 takedowns. That's absolutely insane. The chance this record falls 0.01. And that concludes the ESPN 15 most unbreakable records that could fall in 2024 and beyond. Let me know y'all's favorite record on this list. Let me know what record you think falls sooner and what record you think never falls down in the comments. Don't forget, like and follow.